everybody, so we've got a fun review today as we're talking Daisy Jones and the Six. As someone who is a massive fan of music, predominantly music of the 1970s and 1980s, I was very excited to check out this series, and I was compelled to watch it regardless of the fact that I have not read the book that it's based upon. But still, I've heard nothing but great reviews about the book, so I had a feeling that the Amazon series was going to be a great step for newcomers like myself. This series follows the story of the band Daisy Jones and the Six and their rise to meteoric success in the 1970s before suddenly mysteriously calling it quits after a sold-out show at Soldier Field. Now, after several decades have passed, all of the members sit down and reveal the truth on why they imploded at the very height of their fame. Obviously, because I haven't read the source material, I can't really compare the two and their similarities or differences, but I'm very compelled to actually go out and buy the book after watching all 10 episodes because this series was beyond excellent. There are so many different things to praise about Daisy Jones and the Six. From a storytelling aspect, I think it's extremely creative how it's set up with this documentary style and seeing how the story plays out in the past while intersplicing the characters giving their accounts 20 years later. This comparison could make me sound old to a lot of people, but the way that it's structured reminded me a lot of the VH1 Behind the Musics we used to get back in the day for bands of this era, where they would sit them down and interview them about all of the great stuff and all of the bad stuff in their career. If you're someone that's itching for that style of content again, even though this is a fictional band, of course, I think this is going to be right up your alley. And I missed that show. I wish they'd bring it back. Right from the very beginning, Daisy Jones and the Six does a great job setting the tone for the entire series because it builds upon your intrigue and anticipation because you know inevitably something down the road causes them to implode and you're anxiously waiting to find out what that reason is while also just getting a really great story of the rise of this band and also their implosion. Anyone who truly loves music, I think, will get a deeper appreciation out of this show watching their journey unfold over the 10 episodes. From barely scraping by as the Dunn brothers to moving halfway across the country to LA and try to make it big. Daisy Jones and the Six might be a completely fictional band with actors, but I'm completely obsessed with them after this show. The music they put out in the show is phenomenal. Not since maybe A Star Is Born or Rocket Man has a soundtrack for a film or television show really impacted me this much. I've been listening to it on repeat non-stop since I watched the episodes. Each and every song in the show is so beautiful and it captures the era of the 1970s perfectly, and we get so many different elaborate performances of Daisy Jones and the Six performing them over the course of the 10 episodes. Plus, it's just a cool touch, the fact that all of the shows pretty much get bigger and bigger until the very end when they perform that sold-out show at Soldier Field in the last episode. There's a wide variety of different songs you hear them sing all throughout the season, but I do think the best one, if I had to pick one, is the song that got Daisy Jones and the Six all of their fame, Look at Us Now, Honeycomb. It just has such impactful lyrics along with just beautiful melodies from Riley Keough and Sam Claflin that it's an amazing song. It's the song I've listened to the most after watching the show. What helps elevate Daisy Jones and the Six is that the series is not afraid to showcase as much of the high points as the low ones. It's very easy to find yourself getting invested in seeing the Six and Daisy overcome all these obstacles just to try and make it in the music industry, and it's not all glitz and glamour. A lot of the dark material here is explored, like addiction, loneliness, and the biggest one is all of the drama that surrounds the members themselves, particularly Billy and Daisy, who definitely are very much like Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. I saw that the author of the book took inspiration from their fights over the years, and they definitely seem very much in tune with those characters, at least in terms of their relationship. Everyone in the show, I think, is doing fantastic with their characters, but I do think the two shining lights are the stars of Daisy Jones and the Six, Riley Keough and Sam Claflin. They pretty much are the fuel that fires the entire series with their plot lines. Both of them, I feel, give career best performances in Daisy Jones and the Six, because Billy Dunn, over the course of the season, you do see him struggle with so many different things. His own personal demons, trying to make his music dreams come true. He's trying to spend time with his daughter, all while attempting to get along with Daisy, which in of itself takes a long time since they're both very stubborn people. The fiery nature between Billy and Daisy really is the narrative that keeps everything going in the show because they're consistently butting heads about music and the direction to take things, leading to some pretty fun moments since they don't get along with each other. They're taking jabs at one another. There's at one point they're both fighting over a microphone on stage to sing, and it makes it all the more special when both of them finally do develop a connection and create some amazing music with each other, but it comes with its own set of consequences since they aren't exactly good for one another. The major force that drives all this home, though, is Riley Keough's performance as Daisy, because she's so extremely talented and conveys this strong-willed free spirit with this amazing voice, but you also see deep down that she's got a lot of sadness built up and loneliness, leading her down a dark dark path as the season progresses, making for some very sad realizations for both her character and the rest of the band as they continue to reflect on all of their things that happened 20 years in the past. Riley Keough, we all know that she is the granddaughter of Elvis Presley. I was not aware until this show that she had this amazing singing voice. I mean, I kind of figured maybe there was some talent there when it comes to singing. We all know she's a talented actress, but she's got some pipes on her. I hope this isn't the only time we see her ever sing in anything, because she's got a career in music if she wants one. I mean, we can talk about Nepo babies all you want, but she has talent. As far as supporting characters go, there are two storylines that go on throughout the season that are really intriguing. One of the ones is involving members of the group, Karen and Graham. They have this very tumultuous relationship, to say the least. It definitely has some up and down, some cute moments and some sad moments. Without giving anything away about where that ends up by season's end, it ended about where I expected it to be. Take that as what you want, I guess. And the other one is Camilla Marone as Camilla, which is kind of odd that her name is the same as the character, but she's great as Camilla. The show does a fantastic job endearing you to her as a character because she's so sweet, and she very clearly has the best intentions for everyone and making you feel even more bad because of the fact she's caught up in all of this crazy drama. It's quite the roller coaster journey we go on with Daisy Jones and the Six over the course of this season. I'd almost say this series is kind of like a beautiful tragedy. We went in knowing that it wasn't going to end particularly well, but I still say by the time that we get to that conclusion and we unravel the mysteries on why they broke up, I think it's done so beautifully that I left for the most part satisfied by the end. It's not an overly dour ending. There is some upbeat moments as we see all the characters have matured by the season's end. Regardless of the fact that they're a fictional band, I don't know, maybe it's just the optimist in me, but even still, I think inevitably they would get back together and reunite, even if it's just a one-off performance. I mean, look at the inspiration. Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, and Lindsey Buckingham do not get along, but Lindsey Buckingham did come back for many years and perform in the band. I mean, he's not in Fleetwood Mac currently, but, you know, things can work. But now I've heard my thoughts on Daisy Jones and the Six. The first batch of episodes hits Amazon Prime Video later this week. And once you get a chance to check out the series, make sure you share your thoughts down below. What'd you think of the series? Did you like the series? Did you not like the series? Also, if you're a fan of the book it's based upon, I'd also love to know your thoughts down below as well. Are you liking the series? Do you think it's adapted accurately? Are you noticing any differences, similarities, all that stuff? Whether you like it or not, I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the comment section as well. Thank you guys. Always check the reviews. I always do appreciate it. Make sure to like on the video and also subscribe to the channel so I update reviews, reactions, unboxings, and more. Next time, I'll see you guys later.